You know that feeling when you're speaking English and you just know you sound like you're reading straight from a textbook? Well, today we're going to fix that. We're diving into how to describe people in a way that sounds way more natural and authentic.
Okay, let's start with this sentence right here. Now, look, there's nothing grammatically wrong with it. It's perfectly correct. But does it sound like something you'd actually hear in a casual, everyday conversation? Probably not. It can come across as a little stiff, maybe even a bit old-fashioned.
So if it sounds a little stiff, how do we loosen it up? That's what this is all about. We're going to go through some really simple, high-impact swaps that will instantly make your descriptions of people sound more fluid and just more like how people actually talk.
All right, first up, let's tackle the basics. Describing what someone looks like. I mean, think about it. We're constantly talking about someone's general appearance, their age, or how tall they are. Getting these little things right makes a huge difference. Here's your first super easy swap. Instead of handsome, try using good-looking. It's not that handsome is wrong, it's just that good-looking is way more common and a lot more versatile. It's a fantastic go-to phrase you can use for pretty much anybody.
Now, what about age? Unless you are 100% certain, guessing an exact number can get awkward, right? So what you'll hear native speakers do almost all the time is just approximate. Phrases like in his mid-40s or in her late 20s sound so much more natural, and honestly, it's a lot safer too.
And hey, the exact same idea applies to height. The key word here is around. It's your best friend because it shows you're just estimating. And here's a quick cultural tip for you. In North America, people almost always use feet and inches, not the metric system. So saying someone is around 6 feet tall is just perfect.
Okay, so we've got the basics down. Now let's level up a little and get into something with more nuance. Understanding social context. Because using slang can make you sound super natural, but it comes with some risks if you don't know the rules.
You are definitely gonna hear this word hot. It's really common slang for saying someone is very physically attractive. It's short, it's punchy, and you hear it all the time. But, and this is a huge but,
it comes with a giant warning label. Seriously. Using this word in the wrong context can cause some real problems. So here's the deal with this word. The rules are actually pretty clear. Hot is for highly informal chats, and really only with people you know very well, like close friends. Never use it with strangers, and absolutely never ever use it in a formal or professional setting. If you get it wrong, it can be seen as pretty impolite or even offensive. So you know the takeaway here? When in doubt, just leave it out. All right, let's shift gears, because describing people is about so much more than just what they look like, right? We can talk about their professional lives in a way that goes a lot deeper than just asking, "So, what's your job?" And the phrase that unlocks this deeper conversation is career path. This isn't just about what someone is doing for work right now. No, it's about their whole professional journey, where they've been and where they're trying to go. So by asking about someone's career path, you're really elevating the conversation. You're showing that you're interested in their ambitions, their goals, their potential. So instead of just, "What do?" you could try something like, "That's really interesting. What has your career path been like?" It just shows a much deeper level of engagement. So there you have it. We've covered appearance, slang, and professional life. Let's wrap this all up into a simple little toolkit that you can start using in your conversations like today.
All right, here it is, your cheat sheet for sounding more natural. Swap handsome for good-looking. Approximate age and height with phrases like in their late 20s and around 6 feet. Remember that big warning sign on slang, like hot? It's for close friends only. And to have a deeper conversation about work, bring up their career path. Mastering these small changes really is the key.
So here's the most important part. It's one thing to know these phrases, but it's a whole other thing to actually use them. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. What's one conversation you have coming up this week where you could try one of these simple swaps? Because putting it into practice, that's what will really take your English beyond the textbook.